The Truth or Consequences 75th Anniversary Parade is this weekend. And our 69 CJ5 Kaiser Jeep Dauntless has been sitting in the shadows way too long. Time to bring this thing into the light, first gen style. If you've seen last week's episode, you know whether we made it to the parade or not, so I shouldn't hide that from you. But rushing to get this Jeep done in time for the parade made me think of a lot of stuff that we didn't put in an episode that we've done on this Jeep that y'all should know about. We're hitting a bunch of odds and ends today. You know, things that don't make it to the highlight reel, but still keep the wheels rolling. Rewiring sketchy / no taillights, and surprise, surprise, headlights that don't work. They died when we were filming this Supre fog light video. I mean, they work, sometimes just like me. We're going to start with changing the headlight switch. We think that's what's wrong with the headlights. We already broke it loose, so I'm just going to loosen it here. I'm going to have to pop this bad boy off too. Will it come off? Might thread. Ooh, I would like it if it threads actually. That knob's in good shape. We might still use that. It's got that vintage look to it. See my hand fit up there? Ah! Something's bare wire, it's sparking. I gotta disconnect the battery. When you're going to work on your headlights, you should always start by disconnecting your battery. Remember, we make the mistakes so you don't have to. One day I'd still like to do something about this. But that day is not today. Maybe I should have checked how loose it was first. Maybe even get a light so y'all can see what's going on. Holy cow, that's a lot of stuff in there. Our headlight switch might not be bad, guys. I didn't know there was a fuse on it. Huh, let me take that fusible link out before cutting anything. And that is definitely fried. Let me go see if we got another one of those. It's a 307 SFE, 14 amp, 32 volt. We got to go find it.
Yeah. I didn't know there was a... That might be this switch. I mean...
Oh, great.
I don't know if there's one that is that size. I don't know why you need 32 volts. There's only 12 in the whole Jeep.
Well, I think the amps are what's important on it. This box is bent to where it doesn't want to let this box out. Open. There we go. That's the wrong kind of fuse anyway. Yeah, this is the one we just bought. It's completely different. Because this one has all kinds of wires going to it. It has 4 connections, a solenoid. Okay, so right here, probably need to put an inline fuse or something. But these fuses are wrong, dude. They are the wrong style. I could do that after bus route. Well, we're gonna have to run a wire for turn signal.
Right. Whatever you gotta run, just run it with the other one. I'll put sheathing, tie it up, do all that.
Okay. Do you still have a trailer light wire? Didn't you have a roll of that?
I had some, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, because then it's color coordinated on the back, and then you don't have to worry about figuring out what wire is what later on.
If you trade stuff, change stuff, do what you want.
Yeah. But you might as well use the original hardware until it breaks, and then you got a spare.
Yeah, I can do that.
I'm at a standstill on headlights till we get a fuse. But I guess I could work on taillights now. On to taillights. Now, see, I don't know if I can find a photo of the original taillights, but we put these taillights on after the paint job just to try to get it to line up, see what it looks like. The original taillights were actually just trailer lights someone put on the back of this thing. They only have the 2 wires, a brown and a yellow, and this side is a green and a brown. These have multiple wiring functions. These are actually pretty cool lights. They got a white light, so we can use that as our reverse light. They got a red, they got a strobe.
LED backup lights.
Well, you don't have backup? You're not going to put backup? They don't have them for the switch or what?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't even give you an option for backup lights because those are trailer lights, dude.
Yeah.
Did you put those on there or did they come that way?
They were on there already.
I believe it. Man, that wind is brutal. I really hope this isn't screwing up the audio because we tend to work on this Jeep in the hurricane season, but we don't have any water, so it's just called wind. I don't know if these are set up to be taillights because there's not a... Does say green, does have a yellow, does not have a brown, but it does have a white. Now, we're not sponsored by this light company, but it's called Yada. We're going to try them out. They were just on the Walmart clearance rack, so we're not expecting a whole lot from them, but we're going to try it. LED chase light. Now I'm kind of putting myself in timeout after the whole disc brake situation, and I'm actually going to look at the instructions. if only to find the wiring diagram. Okay, blue is reverse light. Yellow is strobe. And that's red light flashes. Alright, white is my brake light. Red is my running light. And green is my cargo light. So that's the light that goes underneath. So that would be like our underlighting, I guess. I kind of want to do that, put underlighting, and we'll make it all white, and then this will be one of those underlighting because it's not going to have a license plate or anything under it. Now we need to figure out what these two lights are. I'm guessing they're just tail lights. I don't think that they're brake lights. I'm going to have to reconnect the battery real quick to test it. Without our headlight switch, I don't know if this is even going to work for us, really. I don't even know if wiring this is going to be possible. I mean, I guess we could test if this is the ground or not. We'll turn our multimeter to continuity. Find a ground first. Apparently that's not a ground. That is. Okay. So put this right here in the brown. No continuity. Well, that green is grounded out. Awesome. We got a trailer lighting kit here with the wrong end on it, so we're just going to lop that off. Is that green supposed to be a ground? Theoretically, if that's the case, we could come over here and lop off this yellow and brown one here. Why is yellow a ground? I almost feel like they wired this wrong. What is that? I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know what that bare wire is. I'm half tempted to just go ahead and cut it off. I see that wire's melted. I don't know what this is, but that wire's melted. That's good. Looks like it melted on the exhaust pipe. How did taillights turn into something this complicated? Aha! I think I might have found our taillights problem. If you look up in here, all that has melted itself into one wire. I think that might be why our harness is not so good. And it looks as though our taillights are involved in that. See, they come here and they're melted in here. Okay, it looks like the green and yellow is connected to the parking lights of the headlight switch. So the green and the yellow are connected to the parking lights of the headlight switch. To replace all these zip ties, we're gonna need 700 zip ties. Oh, I like that, the twist job deluxe there. Oh, I think it's supposed to go to this white wire. What's this white wire go to? Yeah, I think all these three were twisted together. Yeah, I think all these three were twisted together and then taped. But what's that go to? Might have to take this speaker down real quick. Goes to a red wire that goes up there. Let me take that speaker down real quick. Mock, yeah, ing, yeah. All right, I'm back. Just got off of one job to get some video recorded for you guys. Let's see if we can get these lights done. The windstorm continues. We do have a fuse for our headlights now. As I'm working on these headlights, it reminds me of, I wasn't there really when they put the stereo in. I did help a little bit with the subwoofer and the amp, but mostly that was Mark on his own and Gogo helped him out some. Okay, I think I have one of these toggle switches set up for the radio already. Well, I think I need to set up a ground on this bad boy real quick.
I don't think you need to. It didn't have a ground before.
It should need a ground.
It may not need one. Yep, there it is. Back on the Dauntless. CJ5, the Jeep. Helping Uncle Mark get his stereo put in. He already did all the stereo parts. Time to put in the boomer subwoofer. Okay, so we got an input here. I know nothing. I'm just climbing into this now. That's a 4-prong.
What?
Here's the remote wire.
No, this is for the bass adjustment. The block should be the center
Bass adjustment. Okay, so that all that connects to is like the remote to the stereo. That would make sense. That does say positive on it. That does say negative, and that's the remote. Let me find it in the book here.
And that's all I needed to know, and then I can do the rest. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Do not use speaker if you are pregnant or expect to be pregnant. You don't expect to be pregnant, do you, Uncle Mark?
No, not anytime soon.
Okay, well then you're good to go. So this plugs in here like this. It says it's a power connector. The power and ground are set screw wire connectors and will accommodate a 4 AWG. The remote is a set screw wire connector and will accommodate an 8 AWG. I got the power. That would sound better if it had bass. I don't know how much this is actually going to make it to the final cut, because Uncle Mark's working on things usually, aside from what I'm doing, and we'll take a look at that. We'll see where we go on that. Now I did pick up some fuses here. Granted, I couldn't find a 14 amp exactly. 15 amps going to have to do. Let me test this real quick. Whoop. Maybe I should unplug the battery first. The only thing that keeps this from being a hurricane is there's no water. Battery's already disconnected. Let's put our fuse in so we don't blow it. Then we'll check our headlights and see if that's all that was wrong with it. I kind of like that design, but at the same time, you got to pull the headlight switch down just to change the fuse. Let's connect our battery again. I feel like your hood is bent or off-centered or something.
Okay.
If I knew how it worked. What does it look like? Is it on, guys? No.
There.
Is the other one the brights then? Ooh, we have headlights again. Turned out it was just a fuse. I am curious if our taillights are already checking to be good. So let me get our multimeter. All right, so that's got 11.8 volts on yellow. Has nothing, garbage, whatever. All right. Perfect. You always want to drop your monitor and break it. They used trailer light wire, but then didn't use the color coordination for trailer lights. That doesn't make sense. So you did have tail lights, they just didn't follow any of the color coordinating of a trailer.
Well.
So let me disconnect these. We're gonna rewire them just because I don't like these wires. Oh, let me disconnect my battery first. See on the side here, these are labeled. That says head and park. So headlights and park lights. That says tail and dash. That says park lights. So both of these were connected to the park lights. I don't know why. I'm gonna go get a screwdriver and disconnect that. In fact, I don't know why that other green wire is connected there either. I'm thinking about just disconnecting everything. That way we can start pulling the garbage out. The headlights work, so I'm not gonna disconnect that one. Maybe I should get the other wires connected first. I need 2 eyes there. And we'll probably solder those together. Okay, here's our trailer wiring kit, which is what we're going to use for this. Both my browns, I'm just going to put them together. We'll get the rest of my tools real quick. We may not be able to do them here, actually. We should probably do them in the truck. We're just going to try to feed them right in that same grommet they did. Be a lot easier to see without this power steering vacuum line in the way. Maybe I shouldn't have split those wires before I did this. Yellow's probably overkill, but we're going to go with a big fat yellow on this. What I'm going to work on first is taillights. So let me get both these taillights wires together. How do you do? And I still forgot my other pliers, didn't I? My crimpers! Yellow is definitely too big. Time for the solder. You know me, I like to solder anywhere I can. If it's wiring and I can solder it, I'm gonna solder it. Not yet.
Ah.
I haven't seen any little guy in a trench coat yet, so I haven't seen the flasher.
Oh. Or the flash.
Right. They call him the streak. Time for my dash wiring Kama Sutra, or what is it? Yoga? Dash wiring yoga. Okay, that's supposed to be dash lights. I don't know if I should wire that or not. Let's go cool y'all off before you get overheated. You've been working too hard, you need a break. So in theory, we could run this wire down, these 2 wires down, I'm gonna put them through that hole. So just to clarify, I think this right here might be our brake switch. Sorry if you can't see it, maybe I can. So here's the 3-inch spacer they put in when they did this, just to balance this out. Because this side stuck way in, about 1 inch in, and it was so weird. It was so weird. I don't know why it was done like that.
That's a Noisemaker 3000 right there. Barely connected to anything. And it's welded-ish. And there's oil coming all the way off of the exhaust. An old vehicle for damn sure. Ow. Do you have a Nugga Dugga?
Yeah.
That'd make my life 10 times easier.
It's a teeny Dugga.
It's a teeny Dugga. Thank you, thank you. I need an extendo. An extendo. Can I fit this like a Dugga in here now? You son of a bitch. Well, that's nice. Huh. Well, it wasn't welded. And these don't feel like they even have a backup. Okay. These are probably not going to be a 1/2 inch. Damn.
Because one side's longer than the other, and it would be perfect like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did that.
Oh no, they even had to add a spacer over there. There's a 2-inch spacer on that side, or there was. Alright, there we go.
It's out.
It should be. Hang on.
Let me sit down.
Yep. That should be it. Is it still held on by something?
Well,
Oh, there's a rock wedged right there.
a what?
There's a rock wedged in it. Alright. There's the rock free.
Yeah, but it's still.
What the
Is it welds? What is it doing to the frame?
Oh,
What?
Yeah, it's welded in like the worst possible spot. How did you even weld that? It's welded right on top.
Well, hell, it'd be okay if I just did this.
Well, like I said, there was a spacer in it.
Give me a second. Let me think.
Yeah, I don't know if I can even get to those welds with the grinder. Son of a bitch. They had to weld that while the body was off.
Well, shit, it needs to be more than that. It needs to be
Yeah.
fucking 3 inches. Right?
Yeah.
Like there?
Oh yeah, no, that's pretty good.
Well, let me go.
But where it was like fucking like that,
Yeah.
and it was fucking stupid.
Well, let me go see if I got a picture. I got one somewhere. I just don't remember where I put it.
Nope.
How much more do you need?
Like another inch.
Put that back up there and let me see. It needs to be like there.
More like 2 or 3 more inches.
I mean, we could cut those and put 2, but then you got to drill all the way through those.
Yeah. And then we'll need longer bolts.
Right.
Then over our transmission cost. Now tell me, why did they pinch this one in the body here, but that one they sent through a hole? What I might do, I kind of like where they ran theirs there. So let me grab one of these and I'll just kind of tie them together. See if I can pull them through there. Maybe tape them together. I might tape them. All right, I'm going to take one of the wires that are left here. And these 2 wires, I got 2 tries at this because I'll just leave the other one there. Hopefully I only need the one though. 400 pounds of copper on here, and we just people adding new wire instead of fixing the wiring harness or putting a new one. Not taking out anything old. Ho ho, hee hee, ha ha, ho ho. Manhandle that over so I can get that out. I might have to just cut it and leave it in the frame. I wonder why this is no good. Too. Apparently they did not stop this from getting on the exhaust. I'm glad we're replacing the whole wire. There's 1, there's 2. What we're connecting right now is our brown wire. Because our brown wire is going to be our... What was marked as our park lights on the switch is the only thing that makes our headlights come on. So our wiring to our headlights is bad. Bad wiring. Bad. I don't know if I should just rewire that back together or not. I mean, it is broken, the eyelet. Where's that wiring go? Which goes to the garbage out here. Figured out the marker light. Yeah, as in there's nothing, it's just holding on the post here. It wasn't under the nut. And that apparently is my fault because I missed that one. Now all the lights work. Heck, that one marker light that was all dim before, now it's brighter than the other one. We messed with that ground when we changed to a 4-core radiator. If you want to see that, the video's up above. Now our headlights are connected. What is that supposed to be right there? Dash lights. We don't have any dash lights either, do we? I'll leave the dash lights connected for now. By the way, that your brake lights going down the list, it was touching the exhaust in 3 different places.
It melted to it?
Not melted to it. You could just tell the insulator had hit it at least once or twice. I don't know that it ever officially ground out, but it wanted to. My perfect wire loom is always just wrapped in nothing but electrical tape. I mean that in the most sarcastic way possible.
Well, you might even fix the floating short that was draining my battery.
It'll be on accident if I do.
Floating ground, I don't know what to call it.
I got a floating short on my Suburban too, so. Or draw anyway. I don't know how y'all feel about this. I'm just gonna start lopping things off because we obviously don't need them. You know, I thought this lighting was gonna be easy. Just come in, la-di-da, done. I'm regretting thinking this was an easy task. I'm like, sure, this will be an easy video. We don't have much money. I didn't get to go to a junkyard like I wanted to last weekend because I was helping Gogo with his race car. This is not connected to nothing. A lot of this just isn't connected to anything.
Yeah, but is it for something?
Depends on what's not working.
I guess we could restring them if they need to be, right?
It's kind of where I'm at.
Well, I do have a book.
Well, but I mean, pretty much everything's working or you've already bypassed the wiring. But this whole mess is still all tangled up.
Oh, you still got tape.
No, that was just where it's all welded together. It's self-welded together right there. These 3 I'm going to reconnect. I cut out the bad spot and I'm going to reconnect them.
To what?
To their other side that wasn't bad. I cut out all the bad and I'm reconnecting them all.
What are they for, though?
They go into the lights situation here.
Oh.
And I don't know if they were making the lights work or they should have been making the lights work or what's going on. So I'm going to just connect them and call them a day. Y'all died on me right as I was about to put this ground in. So close to testing the lights. Okay. There's our ground. Now, what I didn't do last time, Mark was just pointing out, is I need to get some wire going for trailer lights too. So I should have wired that in while I was here. Pretty sure brown goes to red. Oh, but I can't forget my shrink tube. About to drop the ball on that one. Haha, the taillights work.
Well, let's push the brake and see what happens.
Remember, if you've been watching this long, you might as well subscribe. Don't wait for opportunity, create it.